And this next one says, I hate ranch. I agree.
I'm not a huge ranch fan. Like,
You love ranch. Are you crazy?
What are you talking about? This is the second time you've brought that up. When have I ever used ranch around you?
I would say it's your dressing of choice.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Like, I don't order ranch on a salad anymore.
He's refined.
Since I was 18, like, I just found other dressings.
Never in my life did I imagine I'd be wearing a football-related outfit. But I am supporting the boys. Supporting our boy, Joe Burrow.
Just a matter of time.
This is what brainwashing looks like.
I didn't force you into anything.
I know, this sweatshirt is super soft. I actually got you this sweatshirt for Valentine's Day last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Are we doing Valentine's Day gifts this year?
I don't think so. I think the wedding...
We're just going to... Yeah. We've spent enough money. I also think because we're planning on picking out our wedding rings on Valentine's Day, or like when we go to dinner, that can probably count as our gifts because that's going to cost a pretty penny.
Yeah.
But yeah. Welcome to the podcast, guys. I hope that you're well. We got Nick back for an episode featuring unpopular opinions. And if we know anything about Nick, he's got quite a lot of them. But
you wouldn't know it, though, because I don't get to say half of them.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't get to say 75% of them, actually.
I edit most of them out. But we're going to let him off the leash a little bit today. Give him a little bit of space to give all of his opinions. So we'll see what happens. But we also had you guys send some in, and there's quite a few good ones.
Send some in.
Send some in. We had you guys send some in, and there's a lot of good ones. So I'm excited to break them all down. Before we do, Nick, we haven't shared a product in a long time. A little show and tell. Anything that you've been really loving lately that you want to share?
The shorts I have on.
It's a lot of thigh exposed.
Straight up. Just mesh old school champion shorts. I was thinking about them the other day, and I went on Amazon, and they were like $12 a piece. So I bought five pairs, different colors, 6 pairs. Mm-hmm. Another couple on the way.
Really?
I'm obsessed with them, yeah.
What is it about them? They're giving me strong PE vibes.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like like in high school we used to get like spirit packs, which is basically like our workout gear for the summer. So it'd be like shorts, like a couple pairs of shorts, couple like shirts, couple like sleeveless shirts, like t-shirts, and then like a Adidas or Nike like sweatsuit, like sweatshirt, sweatpants with our name and number and everything on it. And like it would always be like the shorts they gave us were always the perfect shorts. Like they switched I think they switched my senior year to Nike, like everything Nike, and I hated it. I'm just not a fan of like the Nike like dry fit shorts that like you go like this and you can pull them like up over your head. I hate that. These are perfect. Like they're breathable, obviously they're mesh. So I've been a fan for a long time of the traditional mesh shorts.
I can't look at those and not think about when we would play flag football and they would give jerseys to half the team and then the other
pennies.
The pennies. And you guys know exactly what that smells like. It just brings you right back to that smell of those freaking pennies that they would never wash.
You think that's bad? You think gym class pennies are bad? Try football practice where like the defense or offense would always wear, because we always had like the same color jersey in high school. So they would give you like the red penny to put over your shoulder pads, and like a lot of dudes like just kept it on their pads, like kept it on their practice jersey on top of their pads.
So they don't have to like add the other layer. They were just like on there.
Yeah. It was just always on there. So when they would take their shoulder pads off at the end of the night, they just left it on there for like the whole week, and it would smell so goddamn bad.
Putrid.
Yeah. But then they finally started giving us like defense wears white, offense wears green. But even then, like if you played both ways, they would still give you like a penny to wear because you're not going to be constantly switching jerseys. So
So these shorts specifically, are they just nostalgic, or you just like the airiness of them.
Well, one, they're a perfect fit.
Okay.
Two, a little bit of nostalgic, but like I don't know why we ever got away from them. They started making like shorts with a liner built in and all this shit. And I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna wear Nike compression shorts anyway. I'm not gonna go free ball it in a pair of shorts that have compression shorts built in.
All right. And that's your product to share.
Yep.
$12 Champion.
Also, yeah,
PE
shout
shorts.
out where I'm from.
We're both wearing where I'm from right now.
This is just their. I loved the shirts that they sent. I guess it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just like fit perfect and they're so soft.
So
I
soft.
saw that they had just like plain shirts now on there, and I was like, I'm gonna get 18 of those as well.
When you like something, you got to buy it in every color.
Yeah, I'm starting to turn into my dad.
It makes it really easy to get dressed. My product to share is I got this lamp. I was influenced by TikTok. I don't know. It's the shape of a moon, and I'm very obsessed with the moon. It looks like a little moon lamp, but it's supposed to help you in the winter with your lack of vitamin D. It's supposed to simulate the same cycles of the sun, because in the winter, especially when I'm working from home and don't really leave the house all the time, I don't get a lot of sunlight, especially in the Midwest. Sorry, you guys, we're pausing for Dixie making her bed.
Just scratching the same spot.
Just getting it really rough.
Not gonna move.
Roughed up. It's a very complicated process. But anyways, I ordered this on TikTok and I have it on right now because I just feel like I need some energy these days. I got vitamin D gummies the other day. I just felt very depleted. So I'm ready for winter to be over. And I'll let you know if this moon little lamp actually does anything. It might be one of those like subconscious or
Moon little lamp.
or maybe one of those like placebo effects things. But we're going to try it out this week. I'll report back. That's my object to share. Shall we get into our videos of the week? Okay, my video of the week has to do with today. It's very on theme for today. Here we go.
You think your girl doesn't know anything about football? Ask her who the quarterback of the Bengals is.
Joe Burrow,
She probably knows what number he wears.
number 9,
She might even know his QBR,
101.3,
what kind of perfume he likes,
Chanel,
what kind of underwear he wears.
Calvin Klein.
She's familiar with Joe Burrow.
Yes, I am.
She loves Joe Shiesty.
Yes, I do.
And there's nothing she'd like more than to see him win the Super Bowl.
Correct.
He has to be stopped.
No.
At Gibby Bender is the creator. The girlies love Joe Burrow. They love him.
I mean, what's not to love, honestly? He is a hell of a quarterback, regardless of what anyone says. Continues to be the underdog. Everyone is sleeping on Joe Burrow. I mean, I don't know if sleeping is the right term, but like everyone continues to say, well, if he takes him back to the Super Bowl this year, it's not a fluke. And it's like, bitch, it wasn't a fluke last year.
Yeah.
You don't get it to the Super Bowl on a fluke.
Mm-hmm.
You have to beat some really good fucking teams to make it to the Super Bowl. So I hate even like professionals who literally get paid to talk about this stuff on TV.
Mm-hmm.
They're constantly like, you know what? The more I see this kid play, the more I'm starting to think he's the real deal. What the fuck? Like, where have you been? The dude tore everything in his knee, and then the next year took his team to the Super Bowl for the first time in 20-something years. Like, are you fucking stupid? I'm so tired of these people.
I even noticed that the other day when we were watching the game, or I was in and out of the game, and I know nothing about football, but I was like, this Joe Marino guy really doesn't believe in Joe Burrow.
Joe Marino?
Joe Marino?
No. Absolutely not. How dare you?
What's his name?
It's Tony Romo. And Dan Marino wasn't even calling the game. Dan Marino played for the Dolphins in the 80s. Early 90s.
Wait, was that in that movie with
It's Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wow, dude. All your credibility on the Bengals and your newfound loyalty, you just threw it out the window.
That was a peek inside my brain.
Joe Marino.
Lisa's out. I'm crying. Okay. Anyways.
Oh, we just found the name of the episode. Best quarterback I've seen since Joe Marino.
But Joe Marino was a real person, right?
No. His name's Dan Marino, and Dan Marino wasn't calling the Bengals game. It was Tony Romo and Jim Nance.
I didn't cry today, but now I'm crying laughing.
Joe Marino is just some Italian guy, apparently. I mean,
okay. Tony Romo had it out for Joe Burrow.
yeah, which
He just was like, I
fucking can't stand Tony Romo. Every week that he calls the Bengals games, like, I think my brother and my dad, like, well, they obviously know how much I don't like him, but they'll immediately text me and be like, guess who's calling the game today? I've watched the Bengals game on mute before because I can't listen to Tony Romo.
Is it just because he's a hater, or what's the deal?
He's very, like, I think early on, I don't know if he's a hater, but, like, early on he was very skeptical of the Bengals. So, like, anytime they did anything well, he was, like, almost, like, waiting for them to, like, self-implode.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was just constantly like, well, they got to do something here or else it's, this game's pretty much over with. And it's like, dude, it's the third quarter. Shut the fuck up. Like, you don't know, like, I can't say you don't know what you're talking about because he played in the NFL. Like, he obviously, but, like, stop being so biased. And he constantly over Patrick Mahomes.
So is he calling the game today?
I'm sure he is. Let's look it up. If it's on CBS. The game will air on CBS with Jim Nance on play-by-play and Tony Romo analyst on the call. Yes, dude. We're watching it on mute.
It's gonna be a day. No, I'll get your reactions. That'll be good.
He is like, I'd say 25% of the reason, well, more than that. I'd say he's probably half the reason that I get so worked up during the games. Like, only half of it is because of the actual gameplay. The other half is having to listen to him spew his bullshit. I'm so tired of it.
I would say that is a job that you're probably not supposed to be biased or like a certain team, especially when you're calling the game. It would make sense to me that they should be pretty neutral.
Well, that's the thing, too, is like he'll throw little comments in there that's like, oh, maybe he is neutral on this and he really doesn't care. But ultimately, like, those guys are fans of the game and they are fans of certain players. They may not be, like a diehard Cowboys fan just because they played for the Cowboys, but, like, they like certain quarterbacks and they like certain players. So, like, they're as unbiased as they can be, they will be, but it's going to show eventually. Mm-hmm. And it always shows against the Bengals. He is constantly a fucking hater, and I'm tired of it.
There you go. Yeah, but we all love an underdog, and we're all rooting for.
I hope we stay the underdog, honestly.
Yeah. But maybe if we get, that's why I think we should get to the Super Bowl, if there's a way to influence that. I think we need that to finally come out on top. Yeah,
I mean, if our mayor of Cincinnati didn't spout off too.
Yeah, everyone's getting real cocky with the way that they're in Cincinnati. They're like, so today they described today, or they claimed today to be the "they gotta play us" day in Cincinnati.
Proclaimed.
I'm real hot today. They proclaimed that today is "they gotta play us" day. Before we even got to the game, that seems a little too soon, Mayor.
First of all, I'm not a fan of Abtap Purebull.
It's quite a name.
He's quite the character. But, yeah, I mean, Cincinnati's greatest mayor was Jerry Springer. I mean, let's be...
Fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact. Yeah, I think he's an idiot. I think he should have kept his mouth shut, and that's that. That's a really dumb thing to say.
Let them think that we're underdogs.
Yeah. I mean, all the Bengals, too, like especially the defensive backfield, were running their mouths before the game was even over against the Bills.
Nobody likes someone cocky, so let's keep it under wraps.
Didn't like that.
This is quickly turning into a football podcast, so let's move on to your video of the week. Any context before we play it?
No.
Okay, well, one context, though. This is not making fun of the subject of this video. The subject of the video is a Facebook group feed, but they are discussing a dead cat in the street. This has nothing to do with the cat. We're not saying...
It actually has everything to do with the cat. That's kind of the joke.
We're not making fun of the cat.
The fact that the cat passed away is not what we're making fun of, obviously.
Here we go.
That's just reminding me of one of the best Facebook group threads I've ever seen in my life. On Halifax. It was in Halifax.
Right.
And someone put on the group, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I've just found a cat in the road and it's been hit by a car and has died. I'm looking for its owner, so if anyone up on High Road, Well Lane or near is missing a black and white cat, think it's male, could you please contact me? So obviously sad that, And then someone replies, does he answer to the name Tomo? Mine's been missing 2 days now. Usually an indoor cat. And then she replied going, won't answer to anything as it's dead. Okay, sorry, I see. You got a picture of when he was alive? I'll see if it's my cat. Why would you take a pic of a dead cat? Surely you would put a pic up of your cat and then ask the question, is this the one? This would be so much quicker and cause no distress to everyone on Facebook having to look at a poor defenseless dead pet. How would she have a photo of when it was alive? She just found the poor cat dead. Yeah, sorry, I realised. My cat's not here, so can't take a picture. We'll take one. If he comes home.
He doesn't have a picture of his cat.
This one's put. This has been the best thread ever, apart from the dead cat thing, obviously. When your cat went missing 2 days ago, did you do a Facebook post including a photo asking if anyone has seen your cat? He's replied, still no cat, so can't take picture. I'll Google a similar one and post.
What is it? Post a dog.
It's a picture of a black and white border collie dog. And then he's put, like that, but cat.
Like that, but cat.
That was Podcast Parky. That's freaking hilarious. Facebook groups are the craziest place to be. They're also apparently very hostile and very negative. They get really negative really fast.
Well, yeah, everyone can hide behind their computer. They can say whatever the shit.
I know, but with Facebook, it's not like Reddit where you don't have a profile photo and they can't go to you. But Facebook, they just
doesn't
pop
stop
off.
people. It's the same thing as Twitter. Same thing as Instagram. Weirdos commenting on your pictures.
True.
Hi, beautiful. It's like, what?
Get out of here. That's reminds me of the other day, someone named Robert or something was like, I was stressing about wedding planning and he was like, just take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine. I was like, shut the fuck up, Robert. Get out of here.
Well, first of all, dude's just trying to help.
No, it was not. It was it felt really condescending at the time.
Well, it wasn't.
Don't tell me to relax. Ever. We don't like it. Okay, those were fun. Unpopular opinions. We have quite a few. We should probably just jump in. And Nick, feel free to give your reactions, agree, disagree.
I'm sure I will.
And we'll go from there. Okay, so basically I just asked any unpopular opinions you have. Nick's main unpopular opinion, which we'll go through ours as well, is that he can't stand Taylor Swift, which is very unpopular because she has some diehard fans.
Not sure why it's so unpopular.
First unpopular opinion, coffee is just not good. You have to add stuff to make it better. Not worth it. I feel targeted by this. Coffee is one of my 3 drinks that I drink. It's wine, it's coffee, it's water. That's all I got.
And we're all out of water, so.
I highly disagree with this. Both of us are drinking coffee today. So no, you're incorrect. That's unpopular. But yeah, you have to add stuff to it. But you have to add stuff to a lot of things to make it good, Nothing besides water is just good plain. But sometimes people even add lemon to water.
It's an acquired taste. It's like beer. Like the first time you drank beer, I guarantee, regardless of how much you love it now, you're probably like, God, there's got to be a better way to get drunk.
Because everyone's starting with PBR. That's why they don't like it at first.
Ooh, ours was Keystone.
I don't think I've ever had Keystone. It was Natty Light and PBR.
Ours was Keystone and Natty Light. It's the cheapest.
Oh, so gross.
God, good times.
But yeah, I think you just haven't had the right cup of coffee. And you haven't tried it enough times. But I can see where you're coming from. I disagree. I can't stand Will Ferrell. Don't think he is funny at all. That's a bad take.
Pretty unpopular.
Yeah.
Most stuff of his is funny. I think there's some stuff that isn't. It's just too far. But for the most part,
I mean,
I think it's
one
hilarious.
of the greatest comedians of all time as far as his timing and his ability to just
I mean, everything he does is like it's not scripted.
Yeah.
So you gotta tip your hat to that at least.
I'm a fan. This is wedding related. No gifts for the guests. The guests get nothing. I agree. I think it's a waste of money. I think that most people just end up throwing them out. Unless it's something you could definitely use, people will probably forget to grab it at the end of the night. Or if it's anything that has to do with your wedding date, like that's not really special to them unless they're in your family. So I think it's a good place to save money. I don't love Beyonce's music. Get the hell out of here.
Second that.
I absolutely disagree. I think she's an icon.
I'm not saying she's not talented. I just don't like her music. Like
Okay. I think she's so special. I love her so much. She's a performer. She's gorgeous. She's talented. She's got some bops. I will agree. Not
Illuminati.
every song that she's ever made has been like amazing, but most are wonderful.
Just Illuminati. Look it up.
We're talking about her music. We're not talking about things like that. Okay, next. Matcha is so nasty. Have you ever tried matcha? Do you know what it is? So it's a green drink, and it's a
You lost me
Japanese
there.
tea.
As
That's
soon
like
as
a
it's
powder.
green, I'm out.
I love green drinks. It's like a powder. It's delicious. I know it is an acquired taste because it is a little bitter. It's like a very strong tea. But you have to get with matcha, you have to get the right kind of matcha. Like they have to mix it well because if they don't mix it well, you're getting clumps
Of green.
of green. And it's not, because I used to make it at home by myself. I used to get the Trader Joe packets and make it by myself at home because I had a matcha phase. But it wasn't the same because you had to really blend it out and it was hard to get it to the right consistency. I think Meryl Streep is very overrated.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Meryl Streep is?
I mean, I know the name, but if
Devil Wears Prada. She's
didn't watch it,
I'm trying to think of a movie that you would have seen that she was in. She's like in Mamma Mia. She's in a lot of things.
didn't watch it.
Like a ton of things. Let's
I mean,
just
I'm
go
sure-
through her movies.
No, I don't think we need to.
Yeah, but she's one of the one of the best actresses on planet
Well, I mean,
Earth. Don't Look Up. She was the like president in that movie. You didn't like that movie, so. Little
I don't even
Women.
remember that movie.
It was that big Netflix movie that came out like last year around Christmas time. Into the Woods, The Giver, Iron Lady. It's complicated. It's a great movie. Julia and Julia.
Nope.
Yeah, I feel like what the problem is here is you might not have seen any of these movies that she's been in, but she's
I can assure you, I
wonderful.
haven't.
So I think you might agree with this one. Chipotle is not all that. I agree. I mean,
I don't think it is what it used to be. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people are using that same concept now. So it's kind of taken away some of the allure. Because like everyone has that style where you like go in and you like add your toppings like down the line. You know what I mean? It's almost like a Subway type deal.
Salad bar.
Yeah. I mean, now you have like Moe's, you have Qdoba.
I think Moe's is better
Churrito.
than Chipotle.
What?
I think Moe's is better than Chipotle.
I don't
From the
think
2
I've ever
times I've
had
had
Moe's.
it.
I just know that like we didn't have a Chipotle on like near campus in college. We had a Qdoba.
Mm-hmm.
In
I think it's Qdoba.
me and Rip. What?
Qdoba?
Qdoba?
I call it Qdoba.
Whatever. Interrupted my story.
Sorry. You and your friend Rip.
Me and Rip would just go to Qdoba, and then like on special occasions we would go up to the north side of Indy, get Chipotle.
So
Because it was like a 35-minute drive.
Chipotle was on
drive.
a higher level for you than Qdoba?
Yeah, I mean, I was on the south side of Indianapolis, so became a fan of Qdoba.
Chipotle just reminds me of like group lunches. Like when everyone had to order for like work, or we used to always have to order them for our RA training meetings. So it brings you right back to that.
God, I bet that was a fucking hoot, those meetings.
Yeah, they were super fun. Learned a lot. So I would agree. It's not all that. It's not my first choice. It's good. They have really good chicken quesadillas, but they can get it wrong really easily. Like that
When it's
one time they
fresh-
screwed our order up.
When it's fresh, it's on point. When
Yeah.
it's not fresh and when you show up at like 1:00, 1:15, and like the lunch rush hours kind of stopped and you just have like scraps left, that's when it's like, damn it, I could have easily gone somewhere else and made a better decision. But
like the one time that we ordered from them, it was like, we're out of chips, we're out of guacamole, I'm like, bro.
well, our order was there. It said it was ready, but like waiting to be picked up for like 2 hours. But like I'm texting with the DoorDasher and he's like, I'm here right now. They're like, they haven't started the order yet. And I was like, okay. It's been 2 hours. The DoorDasher left, and then another one picked up the order. And then same thing. He's like, just got here. They're still saying that they're waiting on such and such. I'm like, it's been 2 hours. I'm lazy. I realize I could have went down there and gotten this a whole lot faster. But like, it's not. It's also, I'm not paying. I'm not like getting this for free. I'm paying you to pick up my order and deliver it to me. And like I get that like Chipotle is not seeing any of that money. It's all DoorDash, but at the same time, still a customer, regardless of if I'm picking it up or somebody else is. So
it became
treat me like one.
It became out of spite at that point. You were like, I could go pick it up, but I, out of spite, will wait 3 more hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've spite starved before. Okay, this is a dumb take, obviously.
All right,
did you write this?
I agree with wholeheartedly. No, I didn't write this.
Claire?
Ketchup sucks. 1,000%. You know what? I've never tasted it.
Idiots
the
and
smell
savages
alone is foul. It smells awful. I don't have a thing against tomatoes, tomato sauce, ketchup, trash. I agree. What do you think?
I mean, you know what I think? I will slather my fries or chicken, whatever, in ketchup. I grew up on it. My brother's even worse than I am. My man.
Does he dip pretzels in ketchup or that's ranch?
No, he'll put away a bag of pretzels. The thing is, if you looked at him, you obviously wouldn't know it. He's been in great shape his entire life, but ketchup and ranch, he'll fuck up both. So don't leave him unattended at your house.
Ketchup does suck. How did you like your organic ketchup I got you?
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh.
I also don't use ketchup as often as you'd think. Like I don't eat fries all the time. I don't eat chicken tenders all the time.
Twice a week.
No, I eat Fruitable most.
Yeah.
Shout out Fruitable.
Nick has obsession with his place Fruitable. He is obsessed with acai bowls. Obsessed. It's actually a kale bowl specifically. So much so that now he's good friends with the owners.
I'm not good friends with the owner, but
you guys chat
she followed me on Instagram one time and I like saw in her bio. This is a weird thing that I do. Anytime someone follows me, and I think this is a habit of like when I had like 4 followers on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. That was big time.
Well, not that. Let me finish. I'll get to that. But I always like click on the profile and just be like, if I just want to see if I know this person. Because it could be somebody I went to high school with. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about them. Mm-hmm. Or it's just some random person. I saw in her bio, creator of Fruitable, and I was like, no fucking way. I went to Google. I Googled her. This is hilarious. She probably won't listen, but
we can send her the clip.
Literally Googled her. Sure enough, it was her. So I reached out to her and I'm like, you're a genius. I
love your work.
I feel like I'm in the presence of greatness here. Yeah, love your work. Thank you for your service.
No, you guys, literally he orders it 4 times a week. If he ever works from home, he's ordering Fruitable. And every time he's like, do you want something? I'm like, no, I don't want Fruitable. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna get it today, probably.
No, we already talked about
you know
this.
what? I'm gonna get it today. Okay.
We talked about this. I wanted a salad.
You talked about this.
Else.
I listened.
We're gonna order Corito.
And I've made my decision.
You made it my decision. Anyways, up next, Taylor Swift is overrated.
Agreed wholeheartedly. I don't think she is that great of a singer, artist. I don't think she's as attractive as my buddies in high school would lead you to believe. I don't see it.
She's got some bops.
And all she talks about are ex-boyfriends. Like,
I think that's the relation. Like, people who have gone through like heartaches can put her songs on and feel seen. I think that's what it is a lot of the time. Like they can relate to her struggles through her music. They're like, the music or her songs are representing like exactly how they're feeling. And that's what the connection is. When you get someone emotionally connected like that, they're going to be a diehard. Okay, I put in quite a few repeats just to show the gravity of how many people agree with you on a lot of things. I think that I wanted you to feel seen in this. This one says Beyonce's music is not that great.
Yeah.
No. You're wrong. She's amazing. Big weddings are overrated.
I agree.
I agree too. It's too many people to like see everyone. It just feels like very.
I think the whole thing really.
the whole process of weddings.
Well, I know I'm
No, let's get
joking,
into
obviously,
it,
but
though.
like I don't want people to feel like if they can't make it to the wedding that like our friendship's over, because I would hope that if I can't make it to their wedding, they wouldn't feel that way about me, because it's not like I've said this before, but like if you're a part of my life, you're gonna continue to be a part of my life whether you're at my wedding or not. Like it doesn't matter how big of a role you play in my life. Like I would be fine with just having our families and then like our wedding party.
Yeah.
Like that would be cool for me. I don't care. Like just our immediate family, like my brother and sister, kid, like their kids, your brother, Carmen, like, and then our parents, and then like our wedding party.
I almost, if I could go back, would do that.
I mean, it's not too late.
It is too late.
No,
like
no.
no extended family, just like our small crew.
And again,
Go
nothing
back.
against our extended family,
No,
but it's
there's
just
so
like,
many people.
yeah, and we're getting older.
Yeah.
31.
If I could go back, I would start from there. But it's hard to know that when you start planning. That's the problem. And then you put your deposits down, and then you're in this whole other world. And there's like, you can't take it back. It's too late. So you just gotta ride the original vision and just hope that it works out. So yeah, I agree with this. And this next one says, I hate ranch. I agree.
I'm not a huge ranch fan. Like
You
I'll
love ranch. Are you crazy?
What are you talking about? This is the second time you've brought that up. When have I ever used ranch around
that's-
you?
I would say it's your dressing of choice.
No, it's not.
Okay. Caesar.
Yeah. Or Italian or French. I would never, like, I don't order ranch on a salad anymore.
He's refined.
Since I was 18, like, I just found other dressings. I don't understand why you keep saying that.
You just
When have
look
you
like you
ever
like
seen me use ranch? I don't even use ranch with...
Looking back at it, the tapes in my memories, you're right. You don't.
Exactly. I don't understand where it's coming from. Now I need you to think about other things that you accuse me of liking or like using a lot of, and think maybe I am imagining that as well.
I'll review the tapes in my mind. I'll let you know.
Shit.
I agree. Ranch is disgusting.
You love ranch. Like, what the fuck? Okay, I guess I love ranch.
You just look like a ranch guy.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting racist.
Yellow Starburst is the best. You're a sociopath.
I like orange everything.
So what works out for us is that you're an orange yellow guy and I'm a pink red girl. So we could split a Starburst pack happily. You know who wrote this? David Ritt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a yellow Starburst guy.
God, I love him so
I know.
much.
He's so
We've only hung out
he's
like
so
3
him.
times,
I know,
but
he's the best. He's one of my really good friends. A husband, but technically she's like my really good friend's younger sister, but she's also my really good friend. But he's just like the coolest dude you've ever seen. He looks like
no, he does not. That's the thing. That's what's so funny is some
Yes, he
girl
doesn't.
at Lane's wedding, another friend of hers was like, "You know who you look like?" And I can like almost he glanced over at me as if he already knew what she was gonna say. And what did she say? You look like John Lennon.
Yeah,
And he was just like,
unoriginal.
didn't even say anything.
Because he just has long hair and he wears like circular glasses.
And I felt the want for him to just be like, shut the fuck up.
We couldn't do that.
Okay.
It's
But
amazing.
that from that moment on, I was like, God, that's so funny.
He's a top tier kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I hate nose rings / piercings. All my friends have them, but I don't think that they look good on anyone. She's like wanting to tell her friends this, but she can't. But everyone has them.
I have no.
I think it is cute on certain people. You just got to know if you're that type of person or not. I am not that type of person that could pull off a nose ring. I think they're really cute, like baby studs, cute. No judgment, but the huge loops are not my favorite. But some people can pull those off. I just think it's a very small amount of people that can, but there's a lot of people that have them.
I'm not a fan of the dudes who have the bull ring. It's
Yeah.
becoming more and more popular. Mm-hmm. Like even there's 2 NFL running backs who have it.
It's like the new
Alvin
crossing
Kamara
ring.
and Ezekiel Elliott. And it's like, I'm not I'm not a fan of that. I don't know if I just like see it and feel it looks like it would hurt.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like it. I mean, I don't know.
Makes you uncomfy.
Yeah.
I get that.
I just feel like I'd be sneezing constantly if I had that.
Maybe if you want one, just get the like, you'd be like Dixie, get the fake one so you can just wear it, take it out,
Or
and
just
not worry
like
about infection.
Even like a little hoop here is better than like the
bowl,
straight
yeah.
through your.
I just think of it getting caught on something and then ripping, and then
Exactly.
you have no nose. Like that's
Oh god, that would hurt so bad.
that's would suck. That's a big.
Then your
fear.
eyes water and people are like, "Are you fucking crying?" And you're like, "No, dude."
My
Get the fuck
nose
out of here."
ring. Yeah, no. Laying with your little ones while they fall asleep is completely fine. I
Why
agree.
would that not be fine?
I guess
Who's
that's-
saying that's not okay?
I would imagine like the parental community online is like, this is bad for your kids because this is going to lead to this and this and this. But honestly, if you can get them to sleep, get them to sleep, you know?
Dude,
At
I'm
one
looking
time-
forward to this because
It is a special time.
I have a dog that I like to do that with.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the morning when she gets me up, like there's nothing better than going back to sleep on the couch with her
Mm-hmm.
until she falls asleep, and then I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna get on my phone now that she's chilling.
No, I agree. My dad, when I was a baby, decided that he had to do this. My mom claims that it was not necessary at all, but he created this like ritual between us where he laid in my room and like put his hand through my crib and like held my hand until I fell asleep, where it became I needed it every night because he did it. So he would like wait for me to fall asleep, and then he would army crawl out of the room like really quietly. But then I would pop my head up and be like, no, come back. And I blame him for this now because I can't sleep for shit. I can't fall asleep for shit now. But I'm sure it was really special at the time. But that's so nice. The one thing that was weird is I babysat for a family in New York one time. And I guess their ritual is to sit with their kids while they fall asleep, which is like, fine, I get it. And I'm babysitting for the night. So I put them to bed, and I had to sit in the room in the dark and silence for like 2 hours, just staring at the wall because I couldn't have my phone, because I couldn't have light because it would make them not fall asleep. It was so awkward. I just sat there by myself with my thoughts for 2 hours.
God
So,
forbid.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
No phone or anything. Shit.
I can't stand the movie It's a Wonderful Life.
Haven't seen it.
I think I've seen this once. I think this one's just really funny. It's like, of all movies, I feel like that's not something that you have to watch a lot. It's just like hilarious that someone would be like so against this movie that they had to put it up there. I don't know what that's about. I don't like In-N-Out.
I've had In-N-Out. Have you?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you have.
I think it's very average. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, there's
so many other better.
I just think that whether you're, I don't know. I just feel like everything and like on the West Coast, people are like, we're the best at doing this. We're the best at doing that. Same thing with New York.
There is I can't remember the name of it now.
Nobody
but
can make
Shake
pizza
Shack.
now because New Yorkers.
It's pretty good
It's like,
though.
get the fuck.
It's for New York, it's Shake Shack, and then LA, it's In-N-Out. Shake Shack is way better. It's got way more flavor. In-N-Out is just very average. I think it's just like the one sauce that they have that people are really into, but I think there's ketchup in that sauce, so I don't F with the
Ketchup
sauce.
and mayonnaise. It's called fancy sauce.
Yeah, so I'm not into it. Yeah, I don't like it. Harry Potter is overrated. I think it's kind of magical, but I'm not like a Potterhead is what they call themselves. We saw them firsthand in Harry Potter World, and they were like decked out. Everyone had an outfit on. They were like at their place. And I appreciate people who like love something that much, you know? I don't, but like I appreciate that they have that quality. I like them. They're nice to put on a Sunday. You need a moment? I like them.
Sunday Potter Sesh is,
It's pretty good.
that's the move. It's always on too.
It's like background. It's kind of nice. Ketchup belongs on mac and cheese. Pineapple belongs on pizza. And Nickelback isn't an awful band. I agree with the last one.
I agree with the last two. Like
Nickelback's not that bad.
I've had pineapple
on
on
pizza.
yeah, people freak out about that. But also, you just want attention. So
I mean, it's not my first choice.
cool,
Like,
you don't like it? Move on.
It's not my first choice, but I also think it's not that bad. It gives you that like sweet and savory vibe.
Yeah, if people like when it's hot, like when it's fresh, like that's a great pizza. I have no problem with it. Again, same with you. Like I'm not gonna order
Yeah.
a pineapple and pepperoni pizza, but if somebody does and was like, "Hey, you want a piece of this pizza?" I'm like, "Shit, yeah, man."
Yeah.
Nickelback, they're kind of bad. They're not awful, but they're kind of bad. But you don't make it as far as they've made it, and not be halfway decent, right?
Yeah.
It's just not my cup of tea. But again, it's not like they're not horrible. Ketchup on mac and cheese, I'm not gonna get down with that.
No, mac
don't
and cheese
agree
is
with
fine
that.
as it is. And the smell, guys, the smell.
You haven't thought about the smell, you bitch. Name that quote from that show.
No idea.
I don't
Help
know.
us
I'll
out.
give you $1,000.
Great. We can use it for the wedding. Anyone? Can I phone a friend? Is there
No.
a category that it's in? Yeah. Is it like Parks and Rec or something?
No, it's a comedy though.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Nope.
Fuck. Okay, I don't know.
It's Dennis Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I don't know that freaking show.
He's talking about killing his sister and dicing her up into little tiny pieces
Oh my god,
and
ew.
displaying them on his mantle.
It's really weird. Okay. Nickelback is a little bit nostalgic for me because my brother and there's a music video at the end of Spider-Man 1, I think, where it's a Nickelback song. And we used to play the Nickelback song and then put cartoons on and then see if their voices would line up and get really pumped when their voices lined up. So it's a little nostalgic for me in that way. So that's why I think I like Nickelback. Tacos are overrated. Are you insane? They're a perfect food. Do you think tacos are overrated?
Who wrote this comment? Pizza? No, I obviously don't think they're overrated.
They're
I
amazing.
eat them a lot.
There's so many different combinations and different types of tacos. Like you could have an Asian taco. You can have more of a Mexican taco. They're so good. There's so many. You can add fruit to them. You can add vegetables. They're perfect. And they're
Fruit taco. Never done that. I don't think you have either, but sure.
No, you have I had a Korean barbecue taco the other day that was like pulled pork with some pineapple salsa mixed in with some sauces. It was delicious. You can just like layer so many flavors in there. They're amazing. Home Alone 3 is my favorite Home Alone movie. I don't know.
Different kid, right?
Is it?
I think so. Also, not how you spell favorite,
Favorite?
unless you're in... Are you in London?
Maybe they are.
Favorite?
Would you agree with that or no?
I wouldn't agree with it, but it's also not a horrible take. Because I liked Home Alone 3. I think if I'm thinking of the right one, let me see.
Yeah, I'm not a big Home Alone person. I know you love them.
Okay, that in and of itself is...
Oh, is he that cute kid from... He was in that other movie with Tim Allen,
Nope.
wasn't he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he was. He's that cute kid with the bowl cut from the 90s.
Nope, you lied.
Which
He was
one?
in Tarzan, apparently.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Tarzan. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
He was
With
in...
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen was not in Tarzan. Tarzan is an animated movie.
Oh. There was I swear there was he came from a jungle.
You're
or something.
thinking about Jungle to Jungle.
That's what I'm
And
thinking
it's a
about.
great movie,
It's
and
a
that
great
is
movie.
not the kid.
That's not the kid?
No, this kid was named... Or this kid was like
I'm combining a lot of
12
movies right
or
now.
13 years old when that movie was made.
Okay. Kind of sick of hearing Miley Cyrus flowers everywhere.
Thank
LOL.
you, God. It's the Bruno Mars song that she copied is horrible.
It's the anthem, but I think we've overplayed it almost immediately, and I'm already sick of it too.
Because
We
we're
overplayed
acting
it.
like she's a saint herself. Like, I get that she was cheated on, and that's absolutely horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Miley Cyrus.
She went through some things. You guys, we do the same thing with Adele. Whenever she has a new song out, we overplay the shit out of it immediately week one, and then you're sick of it.
Or Taylor Swift.
Or Taylor Swift.
Take
But-
your pick.
Yeah. But Adele's songs are beautifully written and beautifully sung, and then immediately you get sick of them. White people shouldn't tan. If God didn't give you melanin, you just look like a fool. I don't think that this is a problem. Because one, everyone does tan in the summer, whether if you're super white or not, you get a little bit of color. So essentially the point of tanning or wearing fake tan is because in the winter, no one gets any sun. So and you feel really gross when you get super pale, and it just helps you feel a little bit better about yourself. That's all. I think it stinks. It smells terrible. Everyone knows what it smells like, but
Yeah, God also taught to not judge people, so either leave him out or...
it's weird when the bridal party doesn't walk down the aisle together. I think that's perfectly normal and fine. Our bridal party are going one at a time. And I think it's nice. It gives everyone their own little moment. And it's weird because you're combining people who aren't dating or together or married with these people. It's weird to put them together. I don't know. It's awkward. I think it's fine that they walk by themselves. What do you think?
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby is some sort of secret money laundering scheme.
I'll have to do some research on this one. Not familiar.
Interesting take. They are an interesting company for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have any background on this. I'm not positive. I think that's kind of funny to think about, but who knows? Maybe. Baby hippos and sloths are not cute. I pulled up a picture of each of those. Here's a baby hippo.
Okay, that's
so
that's
fucking
pretty cute.
I mean, that's basically
No, they will
Dixie's
rip your
body.
face off.
Yeah.
But
They're super cute. That looks like Dixie as a hippo.
Fiona?
Yeah, it might be Fiona. And here's a baby sloth. They're a little scary looking, but they smile. That's not cute. Any baby, anything pretty much is cute.
Don't they make little noises like that too? I think so. I think sloths make noises like that.
I mean, that's adorable.
I could go either way.
College isn't for everyone, and it is too pushed on kids these days. There are other options.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's a lot of jobs right now that require a skill or a trade, and they're making six figures, well into six figures easily. So yeah, I agree with this 100%. Also, this may be an unpopular opinion, but your college diploma is basically worthless these days. Unless you're a doctor or a scientist where you're required, your field is very specialized, it doesn't mean anything.
I kind of agree with that. And they're so expensive right now, too. I honestly think it's a money trap. People go to college for the experience, I feel like 9 times out of 10. It's a nice buffer in between college, like high school into the real world. It's a nice time period where you get to like be in the real world, be on your own kind of, but still in a structure. I think that is nice and necessary for a lot of people. But I agree, it's not for everyone. And especially with the way the world is now with like social media and like things that you can't necessarily learn in college, like blowing up. There's like so many other jobs that you probably can't teach in a college course. So yeah, it's definitely not necessary for everyone. Games at bridal showers or baby showers are the worst. I kind of agree.
I mean, I don't really frequent bridal or baby showers, but I can assume that I'm not a big games guy in general.
Yeah.
Like I like drinking games that require like physical, like beer dye.
What's that?
I mean, I'm not going to explain the entire game right now, but it's essentially like beer pong kind of.
Okay.
Slightly different rules, or beer pong. Like I like physical, like where you have to do something rather than just like draw a card.
One of the games I'm thinking of for baby showers, you pass a baby diaper with like melted chocolate things in it, and it's supposed to look like shit, and you're supposed to guess what it is. Like that is gross. But that's like one of the games you play. And I also think that baby showers should all have alcohol at them.
Unless you got some recovering alcoholics there, then.
I mean, I just feel like I've been to baby showers and like when I was very much removed from the time period of having babies, and I was just like so bored.
Here's another thing,
and
though.
I don't think we need to open presents in front of everyone at baby showers. Let's just do that on our own time.
Here's the other thing. You think it's real smart to have alcohol at a baby shower? You think that's good for the
mom isn't drinking it.
But like, why should everybody else be drinking if she can't?
Because if we're gonna have a good time, I think we should have some like drinks. It's a party.
You're not getting it.
I know.
Like why? What if she loves wine and like she hasn't been able to drink wine for 9 months? You guys are just gonna have some wine around her.
I mean, it's not like she's not gone to other parties and had to be sober. She's probably gone
True,
to
but this is her party.
I'm gonna let you guys drink at my baby shower, okay?
Yeah,
you're welcome. Chocolate and peanut butter is not a tasty combo. You're a sociopath. What do you mean? It's a perfect combination of two foods. Don't you agree?
Did Smuckers come up with this content? What does
that have to do with smokers?
Smuckers jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly is a great combo, but also
I know.
butter and chocolate.
Smuckers is getting jealous, and they're like, "Dude, you shouldn't mix those two."
Yes,
peanut butter and Smuckers, though. On the other hand,
Smuckers, the industry follows me and submitted this for sure. Definitely.
You never
Shout
know.
out Smuckers.
Did my mom write this?
Yeah, Wendy's chili slaps. Your mom might have written this. That's one of her favorite foods.
Chili?
Wendy's chili.
I would say it is her favorite food.
Yeah.
Chili.
Wendy's chili.
Big chili
with
fan.
With a baked potato on the side.
He loves baked potatoes too.
One of her go-to meals. I've never tried Wendy's chili, but I'm sure it's not bad. If it doesn't have cinnamon in it, I'm sure it's pretty good. Guys, why did we put cinnamon in chili? It's perfectly fine as is. We don't need to add chocolate and cinnamon to chili. Okay, Cincinnati? Love ya, but why?
Doesn't sound like it. Next.
Baja Blast is trash. I don't think I've ever had a Baja Blast. It's that blue drink.
It's Mountain Dew mixed with blue Gatorade maybe, or Powerade.
That does sound gross.
No, it's awesome, especially when you have a nice Crunchwrap Supreme.
Crunchwrap Supreme. It's been a long
Look
time
at
since
my
I've
hair.
had one of those. The Stanley Cups are highly overrated.
I mean, I don't really watch hockey. Are you talking about the actual drinking cup?
Yes. Do you think we were talking about?
They were talking about the Stanley Cup.
I thought you were just making a joke, and that was pretty funny.
Like, I saw you pick up your cup as it was coming out of my mouth, and I was like, got it.
We know I disagree with
That would have been a
this.
fucking sick joke, though. Damn it.
Just say it was.
I could have just had a little more confidence.
You're wrong. They're amazing. They're a life changer, and they make you drink so much more water. I think that this one actually is better because it doesn't spill as much, and that's what I need. And this one has a nice handle, so highly recommend this one. Avocados are gross. Hummus is gross too.
No.
I think that this is a texture thing. You sound like a texture person, and it's just the texture for you.
Hummus is
flavor.
delicious.
Delicious. Breaking Bad isn't the greatest show of all time.
I agree.
Same here.
I
Really?
mean,
I thought you liked
Seinfeld
it.
is the greatest show of all time.
For its time, it was great.
Oh, it still holds up today, or else they wouldn't be playing it
Okay, true.
on every channel.
Yeah, I couldn't get through Breaking Bad. I also think because I was binging it, I started having really bad dreams while watching it, so I had to stop. Picking your nose is not disgusting. It's actually absolutely necessary. What the fuck?
Did Mila write this?
I hope that you're using a tissue. It's just, I mean, it might be necessary, but there's ways to go about it without like being in your car and just digging into your nose.
Dude, if I have if I can
Well seen,
feel
okay.
one like on the edge of my nostril and I'm like outside, I'll go like that, like get it off like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to like go straight index finger, knuckle deep and like go and fucking pull that thing out like you see people do. I've been like in the car next to somebody before.
Always in
and-
the car.
Yeah. Always. Like, dude, your windows, first of all, are not tinted.
Or I can even see them in like my rear view mirror sometimes just going at it. Muffin bottom is better than muffin top. I agree.
Are you... what?
It's a little less sweet. Doesn't have all the crusty stuff. It's muffin bottom is actually perfection.
I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because they're just getting out of hand at this point.
I don't care for sushi. You're wrong.
Yeah.
So you need to have someone order for you correctly. That's all I'll say. Yellowstone is just not that good. I will agree that this season's a little slow, but it's a great show. And it took us both a little bit to get into it. It's a wonderful show.
It takes me a little bit to get into a lot of shows.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I don't like giving/getting holiday gifts. I think it's a waste of money and terrible for the environment. I agree. I'm kind of over gifts. Because at this point in our lives, we're like buying whatever we want for ourselves if we really want something. And I think what's more important is moments together. I think what we're going to start doing is just like going on trips for holidays instead of buying gifts. Because it's just like exchange of money. Like we're just passing around $100 essentially. That's it.
Thank God.
One other one that I didn't see on here was that Christmas music sucks, which I agree. There's like 3 good Christmas songs, and that's really all you need.
That was Satan who said that.
That was actually my good friend. That's all she wrote for unpopular opinions. Nick, would you like to pull up your unpopular opinions to share?
Yeah, and we're going to rifle through these because Daddy's getting hungry. Number 1, pop country isn't country. It's pop.
And that's why I like it.
I'm not saying I dislike all pop country, but to call it country is like, nah.
Or love Dan and Shay.
Pop country. Rule changes in football. I'm just gonna read how I wrote these down this morning. Rule changes in football, dog shit. So let me elaborate. All the rules to protect players' safety. I know it's unpopular, but it's dog shit. These guys get paid millions of dollars. The equipment of today is nothing like what I grew up wearing. So safety is there. It's getting implemented at every turn. But what is happening with the rule changes is complete dog shit. It's completely changing the game is what it is. Football used to be a physical, hard-nosed game, and now it's become, I don't know, like it's become more entertainment than competition, and I hate that. So,
real quick, you're going to be one of those people that's, when you get older, you're like, back in my day, we did this. You're just already that
I don't have to
person.
wait. Yeah, I don't have to. It's here. Like, they're changing it rapidly. It's dumb.
Go ahead.
Being late is not a quirk or a personality trait. You're lazy. You're irresponsible. Show up on time. You're an adult.
I had to learn this one from him.
Jimmy Fallon isn't funny at all. Not at all. He actually
Very unpopular.
is just a fanboy of everyone who's on his show. When he was on SNL, he couldn't keep it together enough to even complete a skit. He's not funny. He does these weird jingles now on his show that's like, he's very desperate to be liked by people, and that's all it is. I don't like him. Number 5 is my last one. Not allowing your kids to do whatever makes them happy.
Elaborate.
This is a big one. So, like, let's say you sign your kid up for soccer, and they don't want to play soccer halfway through the season. It's going to make them happy to just quit. Don't let them quit. You're creating bad habits. You're letting them know that they don't have to do anything that they don't want to do, which is not the reality of life. A lot of life is doing what you don't want to do, but finding a way to get through it. And then being a better person once you do get through it. I mean, I can think of many examples where you shouldn't just like, I want the iPad, and just immediately give them the iPad.
I'm really interested to see if this holds up for when we actually have children and we're put in these situations.
You wanna try me?
I'm very eager to see how this unfolds.
Because I can tell you for a fact that's not. I grew up not doing things that I didn't want to do. I'm sure you've heard stories from my parents about that. Like it's so. That's just part of life. I mean, that's part of life. I played on sports teams where I didn't want to finish the season, and they're like, "Well, it's too bad you made a commitment." So I think it's really important as we get older, especially with the way society is now, where you can be offended by everything, and like you can cancel people and ban people from social media platforms because you don't like what they're saying instead of just unfollowing them. That would be what I would do.
I had the opposite problem when I was growing up, where I would never quit anything, where it was like got to a point where it was like unhealthy and I should have quit things. I couldn't quit them because I was like, I made a commitment. I'm following through with it, even if it was like the end of me.
No, that's
So I had
very
the opposite
healthy.
problem.
No, it's
it
not a
wasn't
problem
healthy
at all.
Because then you can
You just said it. You made a commitment,
yeah.
so you follow through with it. Like that's a good. Why would you think that's unhealthy?
Because sometimes you have to realize when something isn't right for you, and like
Yeah, but you realize that you may realize that halfway through, but you act on it at the end of the season or at the end of whatever. Like you don't just say halfway through the year, like, this is unhealthy for me. I need to step back. Like, no, the healthy thing is realizing that it's unhealthy, but still following through with it and getting it done. Like, if it's unhealthy for you physically, okay, step away. If you just don't think it's healthy for you mentally, like you've already made a stride in your mental health and identifying that it's unhealthy, but eventually you need to stop. But right now you made a commitment. Like, what are we talking about here?
I went to a very hard middle school. I went to like a very it was for like gifted kids essentially, but it was way too intense. Plus I was dancing like many hours a day. I was doing way too much as a kid, and I got to my like breaking point multiple times, and like it wasn't even like I had to get through just like the year. I wouldn't let myself leave the school. It was like that would be insane to me. Like I couldn't fail at it. Like I wouldn't let myself fail, but I was like, it was really hard for me to get
Yeah,
through.
but you didn't quit halfway through the year.
No, I didn't quit at all. I went through all 3 years.
See?
Or whatever
And you're a
it
better
was.
person for it.
I guess, but now I'm just like a psycho about like not stopping things ever. Anyways, those were great. Thanks, Nick, for sharing. Mine are kind of like lighthearted, but they're probably gonna be annoying for people. One is acrylic nails, like the really long ones that the Kardashians got us all wearing.
Zero opinion on this.
When we're like, I don't like it. All white walls in homes, like everything white everything. I feel like it feels very dentist office-y, and I just don't love it. I love like a soft white or like a cream. Starbucks is mediocre. If you're in the airport and you really have no other option, great.
My
And I'll
first
eat
is
it and
Dunkin'
drink it.
Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts is better. I'm sorry. I know that a lot of people
I'm not sorry.
just don't like it that much. New York is not the greatest city in the world, and that's a hot take because I lived there for 10 years. But upon living there for so long and then moving away and seeing other places, it actually is not the greatest city in the world, and that's okay.
Kind of dog shitty, if you ask me.
Pinterest is the best social media platform. Makes me happy, and I'm not into the show Friends.
Oh, God. Thank you. I was actually going to be one of mine, but then I was like, I got to come up with something better than that because I feel like a lot of people are starting to realize that it just wasn't a good show.
I get like the sentimental part of it and like wanting to see yours, like wanting a group of friends like that, and I think that's why people liked it so much. But it just wasn't. It was all right. I wasn't a diehard.
Seinfeld, on the other hand.
I'm getting more into Seinfeld. I'm starting to see why it was very popular, but I'm late to the game. That is the episode. If you offended by any of our opinions, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to, but they're opinions, so.
I'm not sorry. If you didn't like our opinions, don't listen. Unfollow. Go away. Don't care.
But I do love the support, and I really appreciate anyone that's been here who's continuing to listen. You guys are amazing.
Love the support.
And
Love the
it means
support.
the world.
If you don't like the opinions, you can fuck off.
Okay. And
There's a
we are.
button that allows you to do that.
All right. We love you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening, for sharing the space with us. Nick, thanks for sharing the mic, and have a great day. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Let's get some lunch.
Bye.